It's very easy to go into Confluence and just start adding content, adding page of great information after page, adding a database. And this can be wonderful because you'll have all that stuff in Confluence. But if it isn't organized, if it isn't structured in a way that makes sense to either your editors or your consumers, it's going to be hard for people to find and access things. So, how pages relate to each other is an important thing to consider when we think about improving Confluence. Now, over time, things will change, and I use two analogies to think of Confluence. The first is a library. This beautiful building is the instance, and inside is all of our content. But libraries have librarians who are constantly going through it to make sure things are organized and maintained. If we didn't have librarians and we opened a library, even if it was perfectly organized on the first day, over time books would disappear. Shelves would get knocked over, things would be put in the wrong place. And over time, that library that was perfect on day one would become completely nonsensical in a few months or a year. I also think of it like a garden. If I don't go into my garden and pick the weeds and move everything around, eventually it's no longer a garden, it's just a patch of plants. So we want to take time to plan the structure and then maintain it as we go. New team members will join who we need to train, who put things in the wrong spot accidentally. So, making sure we have a plan to start with, even if it changes, is an important thing we need to consider when we want to look into improving Confluence.